Hey, everybody. If you are not part of my free group on Facebook, I hope you'll come and find us. If you search Declutter Talk with Selena, you will find my group. So today's video is dedicated to all my members over there who are asking questions about meal planning. So I'd made a comment recently that in a post that I love Sundays. So Sundays at my house, that's reset day. That's reset day. So I do my laundry because I want to make sure that I have um, clean clothes for the week ahead. On Saturdays, I order groceries to be delivered on Sundays. Thank you, Walmart. And in order for me to order my groceries on Saturdays, I make a meal plan. And this is something, because I ask my clients all the time, is there something that you can do for yourself today that future you is going to thank you for? And so for me, meal planning takes a lot of stress and a lot of kind of extra energy out of my week. So I'm conserving energy by meal planning. But meal planning is apparently something that eludes a lot of people. So let's spend a little bit of time talking about it. So there's really the most effort that I put in onto a meal plan is for dinner. For breakfast, I like having the same thing every morning. It's always a mug of chai tea and it's a bagel with either cream cheese or Laughing Cow cheese. So that's something that's popular where I'm at. That's super easy. I can pop it in the toaster. So I like having the same thing for breakfast every morning. I will eat that probably for months and then I will change it up and I will maybe do a toasted egg muffin with like eggs and bacon, um, things like that, or a bowl of cereal. So you decide what you like for breakfast, right? Lunches, I always usually have leftovers from the night before, or I make really amazing meal salads that have, all of the food groups in it, but mostly I do leftovers. So dinner is where it's my main focus. Um, I look at my schedule. What are my busiest days? Because on my busiest days, I like to use my slow cooker. I love the fact that I put everything in the morning and it magically just cooks itself. And so I just need to plate it come dinner time. So I look at first, I like to compile all of my favorite recipes. So what are the things that I like the most that my family enjoys? And because we've got four adults living in our house. And then I look at how much time each meal takes and I match it to my schedule. Because if I have a jam-packed day, I don't want to pick a super intensive meal for that night. So I like knowing ahead of time what I'm going to make for each night. Some people, it may work better for you if you know that you have all of the ingredients for these 7 meals for dinner, and then you can just choose whichever ones are going to work best for you. So I already have my breakfast is just always predetermined because I like to make that easy. Lunch is going to be leftovers. So I focus on dinner. I pick my 7 meals. I look at all the ingredients and then I shop my pantry, my fridge, and my freezer, and I cross off the things that I already have. Okay, so then that leaves you with the grocery list of the must-have items. Um, Now, it definitely is easier if your fridge or your freezer or your pantry are already decluttered, but it's not a requirement, right? I did do a previous video you can look for on my YouTube channel about how to make cleaning out the fridge a super easy thing to do. So you'll want to look for that if that's something that you struggle with. So really, meal planning isn't about, like, if you look at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it's not about having 21 meals, right? Like, yes, that's what and then snacks. Yes, that's what you're going to essentially what you're eating throughout the week, but I'm not planning all of these intensive 21 different meals. I'm planning 7 dinners. I'm having leftovers for lunch or salad, right? I like having options sometimes. Or you can always have bread and just be like, okay, if I don't like the leftovers, I'm just going to have a sandwich for lunch. So basically, I say make breakfast and lunch super easy and you can put your effort into dinner. Or maybe lunch is your biggest meal. So that's where you want to put your effort, and breakfast and dinner are super easy. There is no wrong way to meal plan. Okay. The whole reason why I got onto the meal planning train is because it was making my week easier. So we spend a lot of time making countless decisions in a day. And the more decisions that we have to make, it can lead to decision fatigue. I mean, we all know that feeling where we go, okay, you know what? I do not want to have to make another decision. I'm going to flip my lid. So for me, having a meal plan, it's been decided. I feel like it gives me back more time. That's the way that it feels. And I don't have to put in all this extra effort of going, oh my gosh, what am I going to cook? Do I have all the ingredients? I just do that all on a Saturday. I do all the pre planning. And then, if I need to switch around, if I'm having this on Monday and this on Tuesday, but, my schedule gets moved around, I can flip whatever meals I'm going to make. Okay. So maybe you just give it a shot and you plan a couple of meals, right? This is not pass fail. I don't want your all or nothing thinking to kind of like run the show, right? We can make small decisions. We can try out a couple of things, see how it feels. And then if something is suggested doesn't work for you, then do what does work for you. Play around with it. Okay. And I'd love to hear in the comments how that works for you. Take care, everybody.